Hey there. It is the 25th of August. I'll be posting this on the 26th. Today we did another tire pressure study. So we went out to a gas station in a little bit nicer of a neighborhood, but it was still kind of wasn't a neighborhood I'd really like to spend a whole bunch of time in. At the end, it started getting a little bit like, we might want to get out of here. But, it's not like we were waving guns in our faces or anything. We did have one guy who he was a panhandler. He was trying to get money out of us, and he actually pretended like he had just been beaten up. Like he had some blood on his lip. And he was like, "Look, that guy just beat me up, give me money." And we're like, no. Anyway, so I really just wanted to talk about a really interesting example of presumption and cause and effect that I saw. One of the things that a lot of people do is they commit the fallacy of post hoc ergo propter hoc, which is where you assume that since one thing follows another, they must be causally related. One must be causing the other. And it's a fallacy of assumption. You're assuming that there's a link, or you're assuming that there's more connection than there actually is. And today we were sitting out there, and it was really kind of a slow day. So there were a lot of cars coming in and buying things inside the gas station, because it wasn't a neighborhood where there are a lot of grocery stores. But there weren't a lot of people actually getting gas. And so we did a whole lot of sitting around. And when people did get gas, they were older than 2004, which means that we can't include them in the study. So just a lot of sitting around today. We got less than half of the interviews that we did last time. Anyway, so we're sitting around, and this lady, really friendly lady, comes up and asks us what we're doing, and we kind of explain what's going on. And she's like, "Well, you're never going to get any interviews if you're sitting around here." And, of course she's right, but I found it really interesting that she assumed, and I mean most of the time this is okay to assume, but she assumed that we were sitting around, that we weren't getting any work done because we were sitting around, when actually it was the exact other way around. We were sitting around because there was no work to do. And I just thought it was a really interesting example of how causes don't always precede effects. It doesn't always go cause effect. Sometimes it can go effect and then the cause. There's always the example of the mayor. I think traditionally it's mayor of New York City, and he sees every single time the Yankees win a game, everybody goes out and parties. And so he assumes that that the partying is what's causing the win, and so he switches them around and has everybody party before the game. And of course that has no effect. So, you can't assume either way. And, it's just kind of an interesting way to think about it, is that she was perfectly right to assume that, but, it normally would have been right for her to assume that, but you can never assume something. Unless it's a social situation when it doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm probably not going to post another one of these for a little bit because tomorrow I'm going to be sitting around the office doing paperwork, and I don't think I'm going to boot up the camera and tell you, how awful this paper cut I got was, whatever. But, have a good one, you guys. Go out, if you're in the Chicago area, go out and enjoy the good weather. I hope it stays nice over the weekend, and we can all go out and go to Forest Preserve or something. Anyway, that's my suggestion for the weekend. Have a good one, you guys.